All right, so let me share. Share screen. Share. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Good.
Okay. All right, so in the last class, we started looking at data visualization. Let me be sure. I'm not sure I saved the file for the last class. Not sure I did. Let me look at this. 402, I'm guessing maybe this one. So let me open that. Just hoping I get something I can continue with. Okay, I think these are some visuals. So let me close out of this. All right, so in the last class, we started looking at data visualization, and we looked at some fundamentals when it comes to you doing visualization. And we were meant to have done something to practice things a bit further, but we already had conversation around that. So what I will do today is to step this slightly further. So in the last class, we looked at the visualization pane, and I mentioned to us that we have two categories of visuals. So we have the standard visuals and we have custom visuals. So the standard visuals, they are the visuals that are available by default for Power BI, which Power BI has developed into the Power BI desktop application. And for Power BI, you have the flexibility to also bring in your other visuals. So for instance, you want to use some visuals that are not by default available within the Power BI desktop itself. You have the flexibility to bring in those visuals to use in Power BI. So if you want to do that, you need to come here to the visualizations pane, and then you come down to this ellipsis here. Let me activate my zoom icon. So why is it not coming up? Where is my zoom in? Interesting. Anyways, I hope we can see this clearly. So what we need to do is to come under the visualizations pane. You will see this ellipsis here. So we click on the ellipsis, then you see some options. There are different ways to bring in custom visuals. We could actually go to the Power BI community. So if you go to Google, you type Power BI community, and you go to the visuals marketplace or something, you'll be able to get some visuals from there. You're downloading the visual file, and you will need to only come here to import a visual from file. So that is if you're going the route of the marketplace, which is the Power BI community. But right within the Power BI desktop, if you want to bring visuals from here, just need to come to get more visuals, and I need to come here to make a search for whatever you want. There are loads of visuals that you can bring in. So this is Box and Whisker for people that do some sort of scatter. It's about statistical analysis, but sometimes you just want to know how dispersed or how convergent your values are. And typically people use scatter plots for that to know what's if the data points are forming clusters, or most of the data point they are dispersed, or you have some outliers. But the same thing, you can use box and whiskers for that. Play axis, all of these charts are available. They are charts that are custom visuals that you need to bring in into your Power BI. But one thing we need to notice this: if you look at all of these visuals, you see that some of them, they have something attached to their names. So you see this blue icon. It's more like the Twitter blue verified what's it called? The tag or something. So whichever visual has this tag, it means Power BI has certified the visual to be accurate or close to being accurate for what it's been used for. So for instance, this is Power KPI. So this is a KPI indicator. So it means that Power BI has certified this to be something that we can use that can measure KPIs accurately. And you also observe that for some of the visuals, they are Microsoft developed visuals for like this one, Power KPI, developed by Microsoft. This was developed by PayPal, and a lot of other organizations develop some visuals and they've put it in the visual store. So I'll just click on the scroller, for instance. And once you click on any visual, you get a page like this that tells you a bit more details about the visual. So what you need to pay attention to is what's here. So you have the pricing here. This one is free. Not all visuals are free. So let me go back and then I'll search for Zebra BI. So if I come here to Zebra BI chart, for instance, you notice that Zebra BI says that additional purchase may be required. So this implies that this visual, yes, for the start might be free. You might not be paying anything for, say, the first 30 days of use, but as soon as the free trial of free days expires, you would be asked to pay for it. So this is something you need to pay attention to. So whatever custom visual you want to use, ensure that you check the pricing. If it's not free, be ready to pay. Otherwise, you would have, it's either you're having very minimal access to the use of that chart, so you can do a lot with it, or everything that you have on the chart and in the reports that you're using the chart would fade off. They will not populate your data after expiration. So this is something you're thinking about. You want to deploy a solution to a client or for internet use. Be mindful of the custom visuals that you'll be using on your report. Because if it is a paid custom visual after the trial period, it's either that the functionality will be reduced crazily, or it's either the visual stops working 100%, which means that anybody that's consuming the reports, they won't be able to see anything after the expiration, or some things will not even display as expected. So you need to pay attention to that. So I'll go back, then I'll go back to my scroller. We've seen that scroller is free. So I'll just I'll allow this load up. This was faster the other time. Let me see. So I don't know why this same pretty slow. Hold on. Let me switch my internet and see if this will be faster. not meant to be this slow. I think I managed to force down the Power BI. So let me just do that, because with this open, I won't even be able to get back to my Power BI. I don't know why that, but I just hope that I'll be able to recover some things. So I'll get back to this so it doesn't waste our time. So what the point is, for whatever visual we are bringing in, there are information about what the visual is about, and then it's only meant for us to go on to now import the visual for use. So I'm going to show the covered files, view, and then open to recover this one. Anyways, all right, so now I'll go back here, get more visuals. And then I'll go down to my scroller. This is really slow. Funny that I'm even that I'm even in Lagos and this is happening. Let me see. Apologies for this, everybody, but we got the idea. So let's do it this way. So for us, everybody go to the ellipsis, click on that ellipsis under your visualizations pane. You see three dots, click on it. Then do get more visual. Look at the visual that you have there. Pick anyone, check the information, and then you see a button to add. But it has to be something free. So then you see a button to add. Once you have that added, you get a notification on your Power BI that the new visual has been added. Then type on the charts that you have added the new visual. Please type on the chat when you have it. Please mention when you have one. Let me know. And you type on the chat what visual you imported.
Okay, hello.
He's asking for signing, Abi.
Yes, and I tried to use the office email. It's not accepting it.
It's email.
It's not accepting the office email.
Yes. And I can't use my personal
It
email.
says you can't use your personal email.
No, you can't.
How is it just logged in?
Are you not on Office 365?
Yes, I am.
It should work, except there is a way it was configured by the IT. But normally your Office 365 should come with a Power BI Pro license. Except it's not on, except your Office 365 is not on for enterprise. So if it is for enterprise, we'll have access to it. It's family.
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's why. So it means most likely you'll not be able to. But alternatively, what you can do is to open a developer account. So if I come here to M365 developer account, let's get into so that we can use that to practice. I'll just share the link so we can open that much later. So you just click join here and then you follow the prompt. I'll put that on the chart here. All right, so that is for custom visuals. So that way we'll be able to look at new visuals that you need for your reporting. But for the developer account, I'm not sure. I don't think you'll be able to share the report because developer account is not meant for production purposes. It's only meant for learning. But I'm guessing you'll be able to use it to get custom visuals, and hopefully you'll be able to do something with it. But we can try it out to see if that would work for us. But that seems to be the only alternative. Otherwise, we might have to get a Power BI Pro license, which is $20 per month per user. Or we want to subscribe to M365 Enterprise. So now, the other thing we wanted to look at is in the category of visuals as well. Yes, we've talked about the default Power BI visuals. We talked about the custom Power BI visuals. There are some AI visuals as well in Power BI. Sometimes you want to build a report, but you're not even sure of where to start from. You're not sure, you don't know where to begin from, where to begin from, how to go about what you want to do. There is a particular visual that can assist you to start out. It is called Q&A. So if you look at your visualizations pane, you'll see something that looks like a conversation icon. It's a Q&A visual. Other times, if you're not sure of from where that is, you can just come on your canvas, double click anywhere on your canvas, and then you get a Q&A visual. So here we have this pop-up for us. And now it's saying, what it does is that it looks at your data model and it suggests some interesting reports you might want to start with. So that is what this does. So if I come here, for instance, it says, try one of these to get started, average profit, compare sales versus profit, compare discounts and profit. All of these are things that are available on the data model. If you don't have profit on the data model, it won't tell you profit. So the AI is looking at your data model and suggesting to you some of what might be interesting for you to see on your report. So if I come here to say show all suggestions, so I see everything, most recent, D location. Remember that I said that D location is a table on my dimension. What is the most recent D product and the likes of those. But sometimes you may not find what you want here. So you have the flexibility to type in your questions. So I can say it should look at sales reps by, I'll say by profit. And you see that immediately I have a chart here, which gives my sales rep by profit. So to the side, I'll just quickly do the same thing. I would add this visual. I'll go to my sales team, and then I'll go to sales rep, and I'll populate that by profit. You see that we're getting the same thing. Organic is at the top at what value? 183. Organic here, 183. Morris Garcia 17. Morris Garcia 17. So that is how this works. Perfect. So I'll just take this out. But this AI visual, it's still here. We need to convert it to a normal standard visual. And what you need to do is to just by the side of where you typed the name, you see an icon here. It says turn this Q&A result into a standard visual. So I'll click on that. And this becomes a standard visual and it stays on your report. So if you don't turn it into a standard visual, when you publish your report, you most likely will not see it because it's a Q&A thing. It's still running as an engine. We need to stabilize it so that it stays on our report. And that's the essence of you clicking on that button that says you should turn the Q&A visual into a standard visual. So that is one of the AI visuals that you have. The other one, they are available when you come to the Insert tab. So if I come to the Insert tab, you see a group that says AI visuals. So there I have Q&A, we have explored that. Then I have key influencers. So key influencers allows you to know what contributes majorly to some of your numbers. So for instance, if I had a key influencer visual here, you see that it has some fields under the visualizations pane. It has an analyze field, which is what field, what figures do you want to analyze? So this time we want to analyze our profits. So I'll pick profits. And then how do I want to explain it? Explain by what? So I want to explain the profits, say by product category. So I'll put it here. And let's say it says no influencer found, try adding some more fields into explain by. So sometimes you may have to add a few fields. So let me use the subcategory. So it's still not saying anything yet. So I will do, let me do the location to be region. Okay, sometimes you may have to just add a few things before something reasonable would populate for you. But this is something that we can really explore. So yeah, so now when I change it to a decrease, I got a result, and it's saying that when subcategory is tables, we have the average of profit decreases by 87. So this is telling us just a summary of what is happening there. When subcategory is fasteners, the average of profit decreases by 24. When subcategory is art, the average of profit decreases by 22. This is not something that I use already, but it's something that we may want to explore. It's fine that we know that this feature is available and we can make use of that in our report. Then the next one we'll look at is the decomposition tree. A second, please. It's a decomposition tree. So what that does is just to break down your category based on some values. And so, for instance, if I have this here, so I can come here to my facts to say that I want to break down my quantity, but I want to break this down by how much each of my sales team manager they are selling. So when I do that, you see that I get a plus sign. So I can click on this plus sign and I say, I want to look at the I values alone. What was the I values? The maximum that each of the sales team managers, the maximum quantity values for each of the sales team managers. So this is what I have here. So if I want to go ahead to explain this, another line to say that I want to break further probably for the organic person to say what are the major products that the other organic person was able to sell or something like that. So I can pick the product's name, for instance,